So it's the month of August, the month of cats, or let's just say circumcision period in Western Kenya. In this video, I'm going to talk about all the circumcision practices and processes that take place in Bukusu circumcision culture. In case if you are wondering what is Bukusu tribe, Bukusu is a sub-tribe of the main tribe, which is Luya. So Luya is the main tribe, but it has like close to 18 sub-tribes. It's 18 or more sub-tribes. Bukusu, they still carry out traditional circumcision practices, and this one has been debated over the years whether these practices should be foregone or people should still practice such kind of culture, because some people think it's cruel, some people think it's fine, it's our culture, it has been there for long, so people should continue embracing that. So there's a divided opinion about it, but I will not put my stand about, or rather my opinion about the culture. So let's just get into the process of the circumcision practice of the Bukusu community or Bukusu tribe. In the month of July, usually this process is already beginning, and the initiators and the knives that they will use for circumcision is usually anointed by the elders. Also, at this time, busa is prepared. Busa is the local liquor. Is usually prepared to mark the celebration and to link the initiators with the ancestors. A white chicken, always known as ewanga, is usually used to signify that the process, those practices have a blessing, and it's also not held in secrecy. So in case the white chicken is not available, usually they will use a reddish chicken or blackish chicken. Yeah, the reddish chicken or the blackish chicken. Once the chicken is there, it's available, the initiator and special elders will examine the intestine of this chicken, and this is to just predict what may happen during the process of the cut. So let me just be clear here, because someone may not understand who an initiator is. An initiator is the person who performs the circumcision, like is the one who will do the cut, and usually it's not just anybody. These people have to meet certain qualifications. One, the initiator must belong to the family of initiators, right? Like in his generation there have to be initiators, like the father was an initiator, the grandfather was an initiator, and he must also have undergone the traditional circumcision process. You cannot be an initiator if you've not gone through the traditional circumcision process. For example, you went to an hospital and you circumcised, you cannot qualify to be an initiator. 2, the initiator must be married, and he must have completed all the marriage practices. Like for example, the paying of the dowry. He must have completed paying the dowry of the wife, and also the first child or the firstborn of this initiator must be a boy. If your firstborn is a girl, you do not qualify to become an initiator. If you meet all those qualifications, then you're good to be an initiator. But still, as an initiator, during the whole circumcision period, this initiator, or when all those practices are being practiced even before the cut, the initiator should not be involved in any sexual intercourse. The reason being that he may not perform the cut appropriately, so that's why he should not be engaged in any sexual intercourse throughout the whole period. It's not just the initiators, but also those people who will be preparing the traditional liquor that is being consumed by the elders. They should also have to keep off from any sexual intercourse. Crazy, right? Another thing is that the knives that the initiators are supposed to use during the cut, they should be placed carefully. Like they need to be placed carefully. You just don't leave those knives anywhere like the normal utensils in the house. No, those are like really like it's almost sacred sort of thing, I would say. After circumcision period, the goat is slaughtered, and busa, the traditional liquor, is also prepared. So this is a ceremony that is used to bury the knives and also bless them, and usually it's buried in a secret place where only the initiator knows about it. Oh, it's a taboo to use the knife that was used to circumcise the father, to use it to circumcise the son. Like it's a taboo. Remember, these knives, like the initiator may just have only one knife, so every time he goes to the process of circumcision, he just uses the same knife to different people. Okay, this could be an hygienic case, but it's a traditional thing. Those knives are usually special knives. It's not just normal knives, because the handle of the knife is made from a special tree called the kumukumira tree. So you see why it's special. This is not just a normal knife, it's special. So it's made out of kumukumira tree, and the roots of this tree usually cut across the path. And the reason of using the roots of this tree to make the handle of the knife is to imply that this knife will be used to cut many people. I said it's a taboo for the initiator to use the same knife that he used to cut the son, the father, to use the same knife cutting the son. In a case where the initiator only have one knife, he will use the side that, the side that he used to cut the father, he will avoid that and use the other side to cut the son. I don't know if you're getting it. Like, the knife is two-sided, right? Let's say he used this side to cut the father, so he cannot use the same side to cut the son. He'll use a different side. That is only if he only has one knife. So it's crazy. I don't know how they know this is the side they used to cut the father now, and this is the side that they did not use. But remember, these are people who are qualified. You just don't become an initiator like that. So crazy. And also on knife, the knife that was used to cut a child who was born out of wedlock, it cannot be used to cut a child who was born in a complete family. As usual, human is to error, and sometimes this cut end up being botched, and the person or the boy who was being circumcised, they end up succumbing to death due to the injuries that were caused during the cut. So in case this initiate dies, then that means the burial will not be a normal burial. If already the circumcision was done traditionally, then that means the burial will also have to follow traditional practices. So this person, this initiate, when he dies, he's buried next to where they usually dump the ash, and this is to signify that initiation process, or his initiation process, was similar to ash. So in Bukusu culture, it's also a taboo to bury a son who had reached the circumcision age, but he was not circumcised. It's a taboo. So they will practice circumcision on him, on a dead body. Yes, that's how much circumcision means to Bukusu culture. They will practice circumcision on a dead body. And usually, the initiator who will practice the circumcision on a dead body, that will mark the end of his initiation. He will never cut anybody else again. That will be his last cut to perform. Because if he does cut or circumcise another person, he may cast his curses to that person, and that's why he's not allowed to cut anybody else. What if they're twins? So in case where it's twins that are supposed to be circumcised, usually they're not circumcised on the normal period as others are being circumcised. So twins are supposed to be circumcised between 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. and that is after some rituals have been performed, between 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. And this is to say that twins, it's dangerous. I mean, it's dangerous to circumcise them during the day because they are perceived to be weak. The twins are perceived to be weak, so they cannot be circumcised during the day. And I know you may just be wondering, what if they are heterogeneous twins? Well, I was wondering the same way. So in this case, the girl will be tied with the banana leaves on her waist, and a mock circumcision will be performed. And also, this girl will keep company his brother through the whole seclusion period, because after circumcision we go to seclusion period. Through the whole seclusion period, the girl will keep company his brother until his brother fully recovers. That mock circumcision will be performed on the girl before they circumcise the boy. They'll do the mock circumcision on the girl, and then afterward they'll circumcise them. Usually when the boys go to seclusion period, it's their mother who takes care of them. So in case this mother got married to a different husband, like she went to a different husband with this son, she's not allowed to take care of her son. Like, it's a taboo. She's not allowed to take care of her son because she went to a different husband. So it's like this son is out of wedlock. So it's not just only a woman who got married to a different husband who cannot take care of the son. Also, a woman whose dowry was not paid cannot take care of her initiated son. Yeah, because the dowry was not paid, so she cannot take care of her initiated son. The Bukusu people in the house, hi! Are you surprised? Does it look any similar to your circumcision culture? Because in Kenya we have different tribes, and all tribes perform circumcision differently. In today's world, many people go to the hospital, but there are people still do the traditional circumcision thing. So the Kalenjin, they have their own. Kikuyus, they have their own, but not as extravagant as the Kalenjin and the Bukusu. I know for the Nandis, the Nandi and the Bukusu, they have a very extravagant traditional process. But for the Kikuyu, it's simple. For the Maasai, somehow extravagant too. So but you tell me, what's your thought on traditional African practices that they may be harmful? That's a fact. I'll not be ashamed to say that some of these practices may be harmful. Remember, these knives are being shared. You have to go through a lot of process because these boys have to go running like in cold, running the whole day. That's just a lot. I don't mean to mock anybody's traditional practices. I'm sorry if you feel like I'm talking ill of your traditions. So just put there your comment below and tell me what you think about these traditional practices. Are they worth it? What difference will it make if you just go to the hospital or go through the traditional practices? So thank you so much for watching, and kindly subscribe to my channel if you're new. And for the Bukusu people, wish you luck throughout the whole process, the whole month of August. With COVID, I don't know if this process will take place. Yeah, maybe because there are a lot of restrictions, but for the initiators who are being initiated this month, wish you all the best in the whole process, and see you in the next video.